Doctor, is he ready? Does he meet all the specifications?
Yes, sir, I believe he's ready. He passed the first test, and he does indeed look good on the beach.
Okay, perfect. He has aesthetics, but is he actually strong?
Well, yes, sir, we've been working on this. Not only does he have aesthetics, but his strength. Well, his strength is above average.
Wow, this is magnificent. But what about his longevity and durability? Every other prototype has failed, even though they have strength and aesthetics. Will this one actually last?
Yes, sir, I believe this time is different. This time, we've created the perfect specimen.
Ay, Dios mío. Could it be? Strength, aesthetics, and durability? This is amazing. Doctor, can he grow a full beard?
Doctor, I'm a scientist, not a god.
Oh, right. Okay. Doctor, can we replicate the experiment?
Yes, it's time. It's time we show the world how to become
the perfect specimen. What's going on, gangsters? Gregory Scott here. So as you can see in this video, I want to talk to you about becoming/creating the perfect specimen. This video is actually going to be the first video in a series where I teach you how to become the perfect specimen. Now, when you hear those words, the perfect specimen, I admit it can be a bit dramatic, but really what I'm talking about here is building a body that checks off all the qualifications. And along with checking off all the qualifications, also having the habits and the mindset to maintain these qualifications, to maintain these newfound power levels. So what am I talking about? What does this mean exactly? What are we trying to achieve here? Well, number one, if you're putting in all this time, if you're sacrificing your energy and your resources and paying for a gym membership or doing whatever you do, surely you want to see results from it, don't you? You want to be able to go in the mirror and say, oh yeah. That's checkbox number one. But I want you to think about this for a second. So let's say that your crush, she calls you up and she has some heavy boxes that she needs some help with moving. Or let's say that you're driving around with your crush and then all of a sudden the car runs out of gas and now you have to push it to the nearest gas station. Surely you'd want to be able to have the strength to carry those boxes or carry that furniture up the stairs or wherever it needs to go. And surely you'd want to be able to have the strength to push the car to the gas station so that y'all are not stranded on the side of the road. So checkbox number 2 is strength. P.S. I support women if there's nobody around to push the car, or if you just rather push the car. If you're just a woman that likes pushing cars, then you do that, you be yourself, women power. But now back to the original scenario. So there's these boxes that need to be moved, there's this car that needs to be pushed. But just imagine, what if in the process of moving those boxes or in the process of moving that car, you can't do it, you don't have the strength. Or worse, you try to do it and you like bend over and you tweak your back or something. Or you try to make a push and you blow out your shoulder or something like that. Can you imagine how sad, how tragic that would be? How embarrassing that would be? Sadly though, this happens all the time to regular, normal people that hardly work out, to people that actually work out and go to the gym consistently, and even professional athletes. They get hurt doing the simplest of things, the things you wouldn't even expect to hurt them. It hurts them, and this is because, well, they're not foundationally strong. So what we need to do is have a strong foundation. We need to be able to move effectively. We want to be strong and agile, not stiff like a board like this guy. So, what I want you to consider through this video, and it might sound so different to your ears. It might sound like something so different, something you've never heard of, but this is what I have to say. Of course, you can choose to believe me, or you can choose not to believe me, that's fine. But what I have to say is this. Having a good physique, getting shredded, looking good on the beach, it comes after. It comes after you build a solid foundation of proper movement and strength. It comes after. The aesthetics, the looks, the glory, it comes after you've built yourself up to a point where you can train like a beast to look like a beast. This is my philosophy. Now I know what you might be thinking, I get it. Some of you might be saying, oh, well, you already have a nice physique, that's easy for you to say. And I totally get it, I totally understand that line of thinking. If you don't have a good physique right now, if you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, then having your dream physique right now, that probably sounds like a dream come true. You probably want it so bad, and believe me, I want it for you too. But I'm here to educate you on a better way to go about it. What I want to do actually is expand your mind. So not only do you just have a nice physique, but you're also strong, you're also functional, and you're durable. And most important, you have the right mindset. I don't want you to just be one-dimensional, right? I have high expectations for you. I want you to become the perfect specimen. So here's an example I could give you to maybe help you understand and conceptualize this better. What is your dream car? Is it a Ferrari? Is it a Cybertruck? Is it a BMW? I don't know that much about cars actually, I just fly everywhere. But whatever it is, let's say that you have this car, and along with this car, you even have all the modifications and all the upgrades that you want, anything you can imagine. But there's one catch. This car actually, well, it has a weak failing engine, right? It has a weak failing engine. So do you still want it? Well, it depends. If you're just a collector of cars, if you don't actually want to drive the car, you just want to maybe, I don't know, take pictures of it and post it on Instagram, then okay, you can have the car. And yes, I'm 100% calling out all the people that just post half naked pictures on Instagram. But on the other side of things, if you rely on that car to get you to work or to get you to school or to get you to knitting class or wherever you have to go, then you're not going to want the car with the weak failing engine. You're going to want something reliable that's not going to give you any issues. So now considering all of this, think about your body. What is your body? Is it just a piece of flesh and, you know, there's nothing going on inside of it and, you know, if you just cut it open, then there's just nothing going on in there? Is it that, or is your body not also a machine? A very complex machine. A very complex machine with thousands of physiological processes taking place every single moment. Every single moment. So consider this, right? Your body, you have to take care of it. This concept, these thoughts, it's actually something really important for you to think about and consider. Because the culture of fitness, what we're bombarded with day in and day out, is just the superficial things. It's only the quick fixes. It's not exciting to talk about building a foundation, and it's not exciting to tell somebody that before they make this drastic change in their body, that they actually have to learn how to work out first. That's not exciting to people. The culture nowadays, it breaks my heart actually. It breaks my heart actually that there are kids and even adults that would be willing to destroy their bodies long term with steroids just to get a short term result. It's quite tragic actually. You know, everybody wants to sprint, but sometimes you just need to walk first. And maybe you're not at the point where you just need to walk, maybe you need to power walk. But the point is, you have to find the point where you're at, you have to build a strong foundation, and then you can move forward from there. You don't go from 1 to 100, you don't go from 1 to 50, you go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 1,000. This is critically important. It's so important. So have your goals, yes, the aesthetics are coming, glory awaits, but first, just realize there's some groundwork that we have to lay. There's some work that we have to do. So I hope that we can consider all these things, and I promise I'm here to help you every step of the way. Like I mentioned in this upcoming series of videos, in the How to Be a Perfect Specimen series, I'm gonna show you firsthand what you should be focusing on. I'm gonna show you firsthand the mindset that you need to have, and it's gonna be great, so you can look forward to that. And one more thing that I want to do with the remaining time in this video is I wanna give you a mindset tip. I want to give you a mindset shift that if you apply this, then the gains are going to be infinity and beyond. This can serve you on your fitness journey, but not only that, this can serve you on your life journey. So listen up, it's this. Number 1, be coachable. Be willing to receive new information and get rid of the information that is not serving you. Just because you've heard something, or just because you believe something, or just because you put a lot of time into something, maybe even your whole entire life. Well, just because you put time into it, that doesn't make it true. That doesn't make it right. What makes it true, what makes it the truth, is if it's actually the truth. It's not the truth just because you want it to be. It's not the truth just because it's comfortable to you, but it's the truth if it's the truth. So if it's not the truth, if it's holding you back, you have to be able to get rid of it. And with this, I'll just give you a really easy example to think about. So I'm from America, right? I'm from Texas. And in America, well, we have Santa Claus. So if you know Santa Claus, right, he's this big guy that flies around in the sky and like delivers presents to little kids. And Every family is a little bit different, but what a lot of American families do is, well, they'll bake cookies or they'll buy cookies for Santa and they'll put them out on December 24th. They'll put it out the night before Christmas, and then Santa's supposed to come and eat the cookies. So for us growing up, for a lot of American families and other families too, this went on for a long time that, you know, every year on December 24th, you would leave out those cookies, you would leave out that milk, and that was just what you did. But at some point in our childhood, at some point in our life as we grew up, well, we had to realize that, wait a second, there's not actually a fat man flying in the sky delivering presents. We had to realize this at some point, didn't we? And well, once we realized this, then we realized that, okay, I can throw away this thought. So now I don't have to spend all this time baking cookies, or I don't have to go to the store and buy Oreos, right? Because no fat man in the sky is gonna eat them. You don't have to spend time writing a letter to Santa anymore because, well, Santa's not going to read your letter. So what can you do now? Now you can just go on Amazon, you know, you can just find a link of what you want and you can send it to whoever's going to buy a present for you. And it's so much easier. So you see, it's actually so much better to not believe a lie, right? Now you have an extra glass of milk. Now you have extra cookies, right? Now you don't have to waste time writing a letter to Santa. You can just send a link to whoever's going to get you a present, and it's just better this way. Me personally, I don't want a lie separating me from a good thing. I don't want lies separating me from my cookies. So let's consider these things. And let's especially consider these things as it applies to our fitness journey. And let's even consider these things as it applies to our life journey, our faith, the things that we care about. And all these things, we're going to talk about it for sure. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what kind of things you want to see in addition to this. Follow me on Instagram, follow my WhatsApp group, and most importantly, keep getting that 1% better every day, spiritually, physically, and mentally. All right, so let's keep doing that. Let's keep moving forward. And as always, have a gainful day. Peace. Thousands of physiological, very complex machine with thousands of physiological processes. Thousands of physiological